Um, so in her gnome form, Anemone's got just full handmade clothing head to toe. Um, she's got pants. They probably got a bunch of patches all over them because she's had to fix them up a million times. She's got she's got a sweater with just obnoxiously large leather patches on the elbows. They're like 8 times the size of her actual elbows, but that's fine. Um, very, very short. Like blue, but like icy blue, almost white hair, and ginormous glasses. Yep. And then as a dragon, she is a dragon. She's a cloud dragon. So, she when she's a dragon, she's like again similar icy blue, like similar color to her hair and whatnot. So yeah, that is Anemone.
Yay.
Say some of it next. So Josephine, like I said, she's a dusk walker, so her skin is pretty pale. It's kind of like a purplish, palish type color. And like Thangel, she is always ready for combat. So she is about 90% of the time seen wearing her armor. She wears very, very heavy armor. She um, her armor looks kind of custom made. There's a lot of red accents to it, and some gold trimming along with it. It's mostly silver, and on the middle has some kind of insignia on it. Um, One that I haven't really thought of yet, but working on it.
Okay.
And she has
A
a
very
really
personal symbol.
yeah, very personal symbol that we don't know. Yeah, yeah. And she has really long black hair, and her boots are kind of like high heeled boots a little bit, so they're little, very femme, very cute. And yeah, yeah, she's just very tall, very intimidating looking. At least tries to be.
She does scare a lot of people, so I think she's successful.
Oh, and she
So
has a whip on her side, whips her weapon that she's in the shield too on her back.
Mm-hmm.
I also forget to mention this in my intro, but Josephine and is Anemone's best friend, like full stop, and she has almost gotten herself killed by multiple people who are exponentially stronger than she was trying to stand up for Josephine. So that is also a common theme.
Yes,
It
accurate lore,
happened
accurate lore.
one time when you talked back to a
It
monarch
definitely no,
of
it
the
definitely
Wild
happened.
Hunt.
There was a second time. I feel like there was a second time that somebody got snippy about her being a vampire. I don't know.
Well,
But yeah, I did yell at an archfey, which was not my brightest
She
moment. But
did. She straight up yelled at a monarch of the Wild Hunt
that was
at
real for
like
her. She's real for that.
level 7, a CR 20 individual. She was like blah 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 blah. And he was like, "What?"
he was fucking rude, and I didn't like it. I didn't fucking like it.
He was
Proceed.
pretty rude. Dewdrop is kind of an asshole,
Hmm.
regardless of whatever form they've taken at the time. The first drop of dew at the birth of creation is an asshole.
Don't we still
Slam,
owe them
you're
a
up.
favor?
Yep,
Yep.
they'll call it in. Don't you worry. They're coming for you.
Yeah.
Slam.
Yeah, so Seth usually wears her military style duster or trench coat jacket, which is kind of adorned on the trim with some orichalcum gold pieces of metal, including a choker and some earrings. She has long dark hair that she usually keeps braided of some kind, although depending on how early in the morning it is, it's probably a mess. Um, and yeah, she doesn't really have any weapons that she fights with, being a sorcerer. But she's usually somewhere around the coffee pot for most of the day.
There is one in your meeting room now. Like,
I mean, there
like
has
you
been
just
for months. If I have
yeah, you
anything to
have
say
you
about
just
it.
have your own, and it is as complex as you would like it to be. It could be an espresso maker or just a coffee maker. Does Persephone prefer sludge or actual good coffee?
I mean, she'll take what she can get, but at this point, it's probably only good coffee within Karelev.
That's fair. I mean, Sealathil has kept you pretty stocked up on like amazing coffee beans out of Natan. Also, you have Vexus, who is very quiet.
Am I not quite?
That's better.
You sounded
Okay.
like your mic was cutting out a little bit.
Yeah. And now it's a Vexus's turn.
Vexus typically doesn't wear clothes, but on special occasion he will wear some adornment. But for the most part, Vexus is a somewhat equine automaton. He sometimes takes a more horse-like form to move really fast on the field, and then other times he'll be in his humanoid form. He has a green glowing Aenite core that's just bursting with his life energy through all his circuitry, gears, as well as now, more recently, lots of plant roots and trees have been growing throughout his body. So he's a blend of machine and plant. And yeah, Vivexus is basically machine and plant humanoid being, and that's typically what he wears. He doesn't particularly wear anything special when he's doing his Magitech research or if he's poking around in the gardens and trees.
We love a Vexus. That's the current cast of characters. You've gathered for your meeting. You have information, a contact who says they might be able to help you get your sister out, or Lev's sister out, or has information. It's a little vague right now. You have a contact number if you'd like uh to give them a call, but what's the plan otherwise?
Aimless exploration.
You wonder, ignore that story hook where we were previously told we would meet another person's character. Uh, we're just gonna go wander now.
Well,
Okay.
didn't we
We're
come
gonna
up
hit.
with a list? Wasn't it Storyhook, Temple, Dockyard, figure out
Yes.
whatever's going on with that creepy ass AI?
I thought doing
Echo's
exploration
just
in the
very
opposite
far down the
adventure of the
list.
story plot was number one on the list. We just explore in the opposite direction.
I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna
No,
tell you no, but it's gonna make my life difficult.
we will not do that to you.
Ba-bum. Oh no.
Vexus, make the call.
Oh, to that certain free captain?
Vexus, I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't paying that close of attention, but sure.
Hmm. Did that contact want to meet in person, or are they actually accepting communique over the net?
Well, okay, saying the net is Like, you have just started setting up servers here to have access to things like that. And Providence also kind of has its own version. So it's more like trying to connect your net to theirs and just making an international digital phone call. It's not
Through
really like
the
a
ley lines
world
or
net.
whatnot.
No, through
Okay.
actual technology,
Oh,
through
okay.
magic technology. Uh, but it's just Providence isn't exactly like a hugely advanced nation. It's only been its own country for about 15 years now. Their technology is mostly hodgepodge together. That's why most of their airships are actually just ships with Aeonite engines slapped on the back of them. Uh, they're not hyper advanced.
Yeah, but if they're willing to accept communication directly, then Vexus will try to build that connection and network path.
We're gonna pull away now then from Kerlev. Your holographic display pops up, glitches a couple of times as something starts trying to form. And we're gonna move over to Providence. We lift up out of the like burning, awful landscape that is New Steingarten over the forests of Avalon and Caladtir, across beautiful ocean waters to a enormous volcanic ring of islands. The northernmost island, there's a shipyard. It's rowdy. Uh, it is full of free captains coming and going, both on sea and by air. The docks rise up into the air. Airships and normal sailing ships are both utilized here. This is where the front lines with the battle for the hegemony have been for the last 15 years. Recently renamed St. Baffletwists in honor of a hero in Providence. We zoom in on this rowdy, noisy, gunshots blasting city to a decently nice looking, kind of old manor home. And a computer console that whirs and sparks a few times. Uh, it's in need of just a skosh of percussive maintenance. But you hear the sound of a call coming in, Todd. You push the button, give it a solid whack on the side, a technical tap, if you will, and a heads up display appears over the crystal slate. You have an incoming call. What's Vex's contact information? Like, what would he put forward for the caller ID?
Metal tree.
Metal tree. Okay. Metal tree. Metal tree is calling you. Why don't you describe your character for everyone as you kind of appear on their holographic display?
Colt, you're sharing a Word document currently.
Hey, that's a secret document. Nobody look at it. Oh no, I'll pop up your stuff. Don't worry about that. The first thing you see on your screen is Vexus, this strange automaton with organic components, which in your time in Binon Suo, you know is something that they are actively striving to create uh, with their technology. But have yet to be successful.
Peculiar. What can I do you for?
Oh, hello there. I'm I'm Metal Tree, I guess. At least to you. I'm here because I heard you have ways into the hegemony, ways
Hold on.
into
Shh.
Viticron.
Metal Tree, please. If you wish to have these discussions, I'd have to do it in person. I'm not sure these lines are safe.
Oh,
They're definitely not safe.
okay. Do you have a place in mind?
Well, here in Providence, of course. I'm sure it will be a proper send-off.
Then I'll seek you out
Gunshots
there.
in the background. People
Oh, do
whooping
you
and
have
hollering.
troubles on your side?
Oh.
Pretty loud there.
This is a celebration, by the way. This is happy sailors who are drunk with guns who just got a massive haul in from the hegemony.
Oh, just treat it like it's fireworks. It's what I do to make it peaceful.
Okay. At least it's not the roaring moans of the undead legions.
You hear no such thing from their ends because they're in like a protective bunker.
Yes, that sounds quite
Like it looks
awful.
pretty cushy.
Perhaps you should take a break from the Undead Legions and join me here in Providence. Have a drink. Well, I'm sure we could find something.
Ooh, I have friends that imbibe on those liquids. Can't say they do much for me, though.
Well, it'll be a pleasure to meet you and your friends. I'll see you in a few days' time.
Okay. See you in Providence.
And then I'll cut the communication line.
Yeah. I assume you also send a meeting location for them.
Yes.
Vexus will probably turn to the rest of the group and say, "Oh, you got coordinates for a meet with one Todd?"
Are we sure that we can trust this Todd that you communicated with?
Not sure, but he seems professional, at least from the look of him. Though I don't know what professional means. Thangale's professional in his armor.
Hmm.
Why, thank you, Vexus. I suppose we could take one of the new flying ships.
That would
Yes.
most likely be best.
Cassowary will get us there, right?
Very quick at cruising speeds. You're going to turn what is probably normally a week journey into under a day.
We'll get there early, but I guess we'll need to scope out the place. It's a new country, new city.
So we're taking a cassowary.
Yes.
Is there anything anyone would like to get done before you head for Providence?
No, nothing here. I'm ready to go whenever else says.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Is there any like tracking system in the world for ships and stuff to denote like what country or faction you're from?
Like a registry?
Registry, yeah.
Each country is expected to keep a registry of their own vehicles. And then some countries obviously have gotten a hold of or are aware of identifying markers from. I'm completely forgetting what the fuck it's called right now.
Normally flags.
Flags, yeah, ident codes, stuff like that. It really depends on the country. Only Binan Sul really tracks aircraft like that.
And we're entering like a pirate nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a real fancy looking ship. But it is a Suoan looking ship, and you know that Providence and Binan Sul have a kind of neutrality with each other. You might be safe. You might be attacked by pirates. Not that any ship in Providence could actually keep up with the cassowary while it's moving at traveling speeds or cruising altitude. Well, with them being like sailing ships once more with an engine slapped on the back of them. You all kind of gather and prepare what you need to take with you to Providence then.
Yeah.
The cassowary shield ship in the purple and blue that you decided to make your country colors uh, is fresh out of the box new. It is the largest vehicle any of you have been in at this point. It only takes one pilot, though. It has 3 stories and 0 weapons to speak of, save for its shield drones.
You know, Thangale, upon waking up, remembers that he used to pilot an early test version of a craft many moons ago.
What?
But listen, mechanically, I have the ability to pick up a skill after sleeping.
I mean, technically, that is true.
I'm gonna say, like, having grown up and like spent the first like 97% of my life in like a little gnome hut in the woods, Anemone is equally fascinated and horrified by this thing. Um, it seems terrifying. She's going to stick as close as she can to Josephine without making it obvious that she's scared that something's just gonna like pop out and kill her. So
Yeah,
well, it's pretty cool, but
sitting down at the
seems
controls, Thangel's like, yeah, this is all. It's pretty simple. You press forward to go down and pull back to go up, and this button here seems to operate the lights.
It's perfectly safe. I've taken it apart entirely and put it back together.
There's a light beeping on one of the consoles. None of you know what it's for. Or what's causing it.
I'm just gonna like turn around and walk away, like just very quick. Again, I'm like, I'm not scared, but I just don't need to be here while that's beeping. Because anything
The-
that's beeping could be like a
No,
self-destruct
it's
button.
fine.
I don't
It's
know.
the indicator light. It indicates that the indicator lights are working. It's working.
It gets indicate my ass.
Just
She's like, she's
saying
just gonna walk
hello.
away. Right. Goodbye. She's just gonna walk away.
But yeah,
Uh,
Angel is
Right.
trained in piloting.
yeah, Fangale is trained in piloting. Sure, if you want to give me a piloting check, feel free.
You know, that's what we do here. We're being helpful. I'm not good at it, but we're
Also,
doing it.
the piloting DCs are visible.
Where are they visible?
Oh my god, excuse me. They all say 30 instead of 20. Let me fix that really quick. On the actual cassowary itself.
Yeah, we can pilot this. Yeah.
With a 24, you hit the DC exactly. Yeah, Fangale, it's not actually much different than several of the early air fighters like flyers that the elves had. Uh G-force is a new thing. But luckily there are inertial dampeners on it that you quickly engage uh, when you start going.
She bucks like a Viren.
She does. And you head out. Someone give me a survival check for navigation.
I think
Gonna do
Anemone has the best.
Yep.
The one who has never been
Yeah.
anywhere else.
I'm really good at surviving in the woods and stuff. Like,
Well,
Uh-huh.
she can
Not
fly,
navigating an
I don't
aircraft.
know.
yeah, I can fly.
With the wings you've had for like 3 months.
Hey now. They're still wings. They're little itty bitty baby wings, but I mostly can like jump over really, really big puddles. But hey, they're still wings. I got a 20 on my survival.
Beautiful, yeah. So navigation is not difficult for you. I mean, you're still probably not great with technology, but you see where you need to go. And Providence is that way. So St. Baffle Twist, being on the northernmost island, must be there.
Look at the majesty.
Look at the majesty. My map is taking forever to load. It is just stuck at 98%. There we go. Bum, bum, bum.
Already dragged one on this.
Oh, beautiful. The cassowary, she hauls ass. It is a mobile defensive vehicle. Uh, and you get to St. Baffletwist in just under 12 hours.
Okay, now let's
God.
just set this baby down.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a whole ass another check for landing. There is an airship dock here as well, though. You have never docked an airship, though. So you go ahead and give me that roll. Todd, you're not Storm Providence Tech starts blaring that what a beautiful docking procedure. Thangale was meant to fly. Is absolutely meant to fly. It's not a critical, but it's still great. A Suoan tech vehicle has entered the radius of St. Baffletwist, Todd. An unplanned high technological vehicle is here.
Sorry, my mic was muted. He is going to go ahead and send out a alert to his bosses to give them a heads up that this is happening, and then he will go and attempt to meet the crew at the dock.
You are given a salute and a go-ahead at the docks. There is a Grumpy's the right word for her. She's 3 foot 6 inches, huge puffs of curly red hair, smear of grease on her face. She's wearing like mechanics coveralls, and she's got tool belts, big old pair of goggles on her head. She is also the dockmaster for the area. That's a new one. You're not from around here, are you? As I assume you are exiting the cassowary at some point. She's just sort of waiting on the dock for your crew.
Presenting the leadership of New Steingarten.
Where?
We're a new nation and a proud one.
So are we. Congratulations. How long are you staying?
The duration of our visit is unclear.
Right. Do you kind of I'm not even gonna ask. You don't need refilling. That's a Suoan ship. You got some fancy connections for a young nation, I'll give you that. There's nothing on my docket here about your arrival today. Is this an unplanned visit, business, or pleasure?
Hopefully a bit of both. Just kind of look over his shoulder at Josephine.
Fuck me.
She was confused, like, why me?
You might want to wear a cloak around here, miss.
And why is that?
Because you look a bit like the judges of Nero, and folk around here won't take too kindly to it.
Might I ask who they are?
The judges of Nero?
Yes. Would I know?
Do you have hegemony lore?
No, I don't know.
No, you would have probably no reason to know anything about their enemies. They are servants of the god Nero. Dark unholy powers, big heavy armor. Like if your armor was black, you would look just like one. Just throw on a mask and you're good. So I'm just be careful.
Okay. I appreciate the warning. Do they have the same sort of features as I do?
Features like your no, I have
Pale
no idea.
skin.
Judges never take off their masks.
Oh, okay. It's the armor then is the issue.
It's the armor, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
so if
okay.
you keep a helmet off all the time, you should be fine.
Okay, thank you for the information. I appreciate
Uh,
it.
You're all here and you don't know anything about the hegemony? They don't. When they go to battle, they all wear masks. They give up their identity for empress and country. You know what? Welcome to St. Baffle Twists. I don't know why the rainbow on the 5 gold a day.
Sounds good.
Oh fuck, you're gonna get ruined here. It's 2 gold a day.
Oh, I mean, 5 gold's
Do
not
not
too bad. You know, we can
do
tip
not
you if you want.
haggle.
They're also
You
a
know what?
young nation.
You
Like
would.
they,
Yeah, here, you know what? No, Josephine will give him the 5 gold. But keep the tip, keep the tip. You know.
Thanks. She pockets the gold. I just need someone to sign here. And she holds up like an actual like paper notebook and pen for you to write in. And offers it to Fangale.
Yeah, have Daniel do it.
Thangale will write in his old man cursive calligraphy, and return it, and then he'll go to Vexus. He'll turn to Vexus and say, "Please lock down the ship and put it in alert status."
Okay. Vexus will chat with the ship, say goodbye, and put it in alert status.
Goodbye,
so
Vexus.
adorable. Vexus will chat with the ship. So
Yeah, it says goodbye, Vexus, and closes its doors and powers down. Just attached to the dock.
It's new, and given our non-haggling stance, we'd appreciate if you made sure that there were no looky-loos or scratches or dents to it.
Uh-huh.
It can be quite lethal.
Can it?
It
Got
can.
a lot of hidden compartments full of weapons in it.
No more than the normal amount.
Suoans aren't well known for hidden weaponry.
Well, if
He
they were
might have
known
been able to
for it,
make
it
some
wouldn't be.
modifications, though.
If they were known for it, it wouldn't be particularly hidden, then would it?
You know what? That's fair. 5 gold, cool. Thanks. That's for 1 day. So I will see you either tomorrow or I won't. Be out by noon. Or pay for another day.
I'll give her another 5 just so that we're covered. Just like overfeed
Thank
the
you
meter.
kindly. Yeah. And you gave her plenty of tips too, so she's feeling good. Salutes and heads out. Todd, you get to the docks around the end of this exchange, and you can kind of see them in a distance. I will leave it to you, though, if you want to approach them now or not.
Can I clearly see the thing that called itself Metal Tree?
Yep.
Yes, I'm gonna approach.
Oh, that's the Todd fellow I was speaking with. Seems like he's coming.
He's gonna wave as he's approaching. And when he gets to, well, Metal Tree, what is the reasoning behind showing up a few days early?
Seemed urgent, and we wanted to get things started.
I suppose that's fair, but you didn't give me any time to prepare drinks or anything.
Oh, did not consider that. Don't really drink, like I said.
Well, I do apologize to everyone else. I can't show the hospitality that I planned, but if you'll follow me back, I can discuss the things your friend wanted to on the phone call.
That's no worries. We're here on business anyways.
So you take them back to your estate, manor home. There's a lot of places like that here. These places used to belong to the hegemony before they broke away. So a lot of the upper echelons and stuff used to live in these fancy houses, and now they kind of belong to free captains. So it's a manor home that's kind of run down and now piratey.
I'll take him into a secure room and sit him down at a table. So Vexus, well, Metal Tree.
You know my name already.
I think he calls you Metal Tree. That's the name he knows.
I'm not called Metal Tree normally. I'm Vexus, and these are my pals from New Steingarten.
Oh, that little nation that just popped up to the east. Is that it?
West from here.
West. Yep. I'm east. So, what would a new nation want with entering the hegemony?
We're looking into entering the Vidicron. There's someone we'd like to save.
I do have a way. However, it puts both of us at risk. More so I than you. And it had to be completely secret, or it'll come with a cost.
And what's that cost?
You see, our agents have found that y'all may be in possession of a new or unused Vesium mine.
Now, where'd you hear that information from?
They wouldn't be agents if I told you, would they?
Are you customers of the mattress shop?
The who? What now?
ignore that. But
I'm not asking for the mine itself. Simply just access to it and the minerals.
And what do you plan doing with it when you get access?
Well, it's invaluable material. What else would you do with invaluable material? Sell it, use it, create new things. Just like you are a new nation, so are we, and we wish to advance at some rate of quickness.
Persephone, what do you think of this?
I have a 10-second monologue of what's happening in Persephone's head right now.
Sure. It's mostly she's not really sure why we're here or why all of us are here.
We're here for Vexus's or not
Gonna let
Vexus.
Vexus go into the chimney alone.
It's for Lev's sisters in the hegemony, so we're trying to get away inside.
No. Yeah, I just
Oh.
like why we physically came here.
Oh, well, I think we all just want to come with.
Well, I mean specifically why Vexus came here also, but
Yeah, I mean that's a fair question, and Dangale will raise it of like, Vexus, we, came here at your request, but before we give up valuable mining rights, perhaps you should explain why.
As I previously told you, when I found out about Lev's sister being alive, I tried my best to find a way to her. And I think at least having some vestige of Lev's family would redeem myself for failing to protect him, to save what last bits he cherished.
Lev was our first fallen soldier. I think if we do right by helping him carry on his legacy and helping his sister, because I know he would want that.
Yeah, I didn't say anything, but after that monologue with or by Vexus there, I am all in. Full stop. Whatever you need, you can have it. And then some.
so what exactly is on the table? Mining rights to what?
The bestie of mine. I guess somehow they got that information. I wonder how.
Gonna have to look harder for the snitches the next time we're home.
Yes.
And Danielle will address this out loud to Slam, Persephone, and basically say, it could behoove us to allow some miners into the mines under the understanding that they would give us 60% of whatever they mined, subject to auditing to be decided by us.
I mean, already that puts them in the authority position of giving us some of what they mine. It should be our project, our mining, and if we want to sell them or trade some Vesium, that's okay with me. I guess cat's out of the bag, so
Oh, you misunderstand. I don't intend to claim entire mining rights to the mine itself, but to just gain resources from it. Whether that be us mining our own in tandem with you, or, as your friend suggested, a 60-40 split, I wouldn't be opposed.
Are you all planning on keeping a secret that you have SCM, or are you planning Link will know?
This entire conversation, I made you fly from your continent to here to talk in private. I do not intend to let any of this slip.
It was only 3,770 miles.
I think a 60-40 split would be fair.
My consideration in allowing them to bring additional miners is, given all of the recent conversation we've had about ticking clocks, our resources are spread thin, and this is beneficial to us potentially, but I think your comment on um, having someone from our kingdom in charge of it is probably something we need to consider.
Is there any issue other than a little bit of time that's going to necessitate you mining it yourself? Like, is there any reason why us mining it and then trading or selling it to you is not an option?
Well, it is an option, but just like you want oversight over the thing, I would as well.
Yeah, that's exactly my concern. I mean, I understand your position entirely. I don't know that I would trust another nation to make good on this either, but that's why it's up for negotiation and not just a solid deal so far. I mean, my opinion is that we should control it completely, and then if we decide to outsource the Vesium to whomever, we discuss that and make that decision as a nation of New Steingard. I don't particularly like the idea of having foreigners set up their own mining operations if something like this, especially when they're so related to the hegemony. But again, this is my professional opinion. I'm not going
I
to.
trust your judgment, Seth. It's a question of there's 10 things we need to be doing, and we have the manpower for and time to devote personal attention to 3 of them.
Plus, we need his information. For love's sake.
I do
And
feel
vice
like
versa.
this is a very fair deal on our part. We're offering to do all of the work, provide you over half of the resources.
Well, yes, but you have to understand we're willing to do the work ourselves as well. We just don't have the manpower yet, but
There's
mostly because
jobs.
we've been dragging our feet with it so that way the information about it didn't get out. Because if we started mining and crafting and doing everything we can do with Vesium, it's going to get out one way or another. So we were attempting to keep it secret until we had a base of operations going. It was not because of ineptitude.
There's a little flashing incoming message in your heads up display. Open a channel is all it reads.
The channel will be opened.
From some sort of device on either your wrist or even one of your ocular implants, a hologram is projected in full color, not ghostly blue like some of the ones that you've seen out of Cerilius. This is a full projection of a 6'2" woman in a very smart black and sleek suit. Her hair is very straight and black. She has cybernetic eyes that are glowing silver. There is some silver circuitry on her cheekbones, and she has swept up elven ears. Perhaps this will be more efficient if I speak with you directly. I'm President Riversong of Vanguard Incorporated in the third ring of Binan Suo. As you may or may not be aware, Binan Suo has seeded agents in various countries around the world to help them in their battle against the Meridian hegemony. Todd here is my agent in Providence. Binon Suo can't approach you directly for access to your Vestian mine, though we know you have it. We detected it on our scanners shortly after the storm began receding. What do we need to do to secure your cooperation? As you may or may not be aware, our own war with the dragons is taxing us quite severely. Your mine could turn the tide.
If the miners were Banan Suo fully and willing to be subject to a cadre of laws and inspections that Seth feels comfortable with, Daniel will kind of finish it in a question and look at Seth.
I have dropped President Riversong's picture into chat for anyone who wants to look. And it will be added to the video in post.
I don't trust no Megan Fox looking elf androids.
Yeah, she's muggy.
She is a serious businesswoman that is running her own company. Okay. She's also an android. They don't do great at human emotion. This is well known. What do you need?
So for the record, my official opinion on this is that it's all bad. You're not going to be able to convince me with bringing in workers that make me feel comfortable. In fact, the idea that you even proposed the question, what can we do to make this happen, makes me even more worried about giving anyone else access to these mines. So
That's fair.
my official stance on it is that we should not allow any of it. However, this is an oligarchy and I belong to a council, not a dictatorship. So if the council so agrees upon this, then I will go along with it as well.
Well, my question is then, Seth, what would you have us do then to help out Vexus and what's going on with him and Lev's sister?
Let
I
me
think
establish something really quick. I hope to put you at ease. We are a Suoan company. We do have limits to what we will be willing to do to gain access to this mine. But you are a brand new country. There are a lot of things we can do to help you, and we would like to do those things, so long as they don't violate the armistice that Binonsuo has with the hegemony.
I mean, that's great and all, but I couldn't even get in to speak to any of your representatives when I sent my diplomatic envoy in last time. You held me at the gates like almost as a prisoner.
There is a process to entering the inner rings.
So
I cannot push that process forward faster, but I can write a letter of recommendation to help you gain access to the second tier.
it's not specifically about the access that is troubling, it's the attitude, the representation that we came there under diplomatic relations to try and establish some kind of communication, and we were almost held at sword point. And now you're coming in saying, oh, we would love to be able to help you if you give us access to your most expensive and rare resource. Yeah, of course you would. But the fact is that you weren't willing to do business with us a month ago. You turned us away, and now all of a sudden you're wanting to climb in bed with us. It's very sketchy.
Did you lead with the Vessian mine being something you had to bring to the table?
No, of course not. Why would I? Why would any country lead with that, especially when we don't have a system of protection and put in place for it yet? according to my understanding, we did not know that the whole rest of the world knew about this. So yes, we were playing it very close to the chest, intendedly so.
I understand. There
There's
is not
also
a lot.
the issue of the conditional nature under which this is being offered. I foresee a partnership here that could be, in fact, mutually beneficial, but you're holding a member of our extended family's well-being hostage to it on top of everything that Persephone just said. Would, if the circumstances were different, would you take this deal?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Todd, help them with their rescue mission as a show of good faith. Without expectation. We can open negotiations once they're safe.
Thingale will nod at her.
To answer your question, Josephine, I figured we could put our uses, Sal's, and the rest of ours to try and get some more information about Lev's sister and do what we can to extradite her or go in and extract her ourselves or whatever we need to do. If
I will leave you with Todd from here. And the hologram cuts out.
if truly these people are our only way of saving her, then I guess I might be a little bit more willing to negotiate. But I didn't think we had exhausted our capabilities to get her back ourselves. But I suppose Vexus would know better than I in that regard.
I think it is a matter of resources. I mean, do we really have the time to be investigating these people and how to infiltrate it properly? I mean, we barely have enough time what we're doing right now. I doubt we can expend that much resources to really get that information within a good time frame. This is the best and fastest option, I fear, but I understand where you're coming from as well. And hearing how you spoke about it, I do see your side to it now as well. So I'm on the fence as well, but I also want to, because I know Lev would have wanted this, and I do want to give Lev that final piece.
I don't disagree with you really on any of those points. I just don't know that I want to give up our biggest piece of leverage so early. I mean, I know time is crunching and we don't have a lot of it, but again, I feel like the Vesia mine is our biggest asset to our country, and I'm just not sure that we can sacrifice it to get Lev's sister back. I hate to be the one to bring it up, and as much as I loved Lev and want to do right by him, I don't know that I can jeopardize our country for one person.
Well, we don't have to make that decision right now.
As my boss had stated, out of goodwill, I will provide the information necessary and take you through to the hegemony.
Are you sure, Todd? I feel I feel kind of bad that you not getting anything in return. It's quite dangerous.
It is very dangerous, but if she tells me to do it, then I must. She's the one who put me in the position I am. She is my boss.
We will accept your help most graciously.
So please, for the evening, go ahead and enjoy yourselves here in Providence. I will get the proper things set in motion for our travels.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. We appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
What the actual fuck is in Discord chat? What is that thing? Why have you done
That was my
me?
reaction to Seth to Persephone. Like, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, me too. That was actually pretty awesome.
So as soon as he leaves, I am just going to briefly call attention to the fact that they said that they're at war currently with dragons, and I am in fact a dragon. And
Yeah, but not one of those
usually,
evil moon dragons.
yeah,
We're
I
all in
know
wars.
that.
We're
Yeah,
And
in
you
he
wars
all
wants
know
with
that, but like
province worth
kind
hegemony.
it's kind of like when Josephine was a vampire. It's like initially when you see a vampire, it's like, yee, that's no good. And I feel like that's been the general reaction to folks when they see a dragon. So, just wanted
it's
to,
not
just
a
in case,
great reaction. Yeah.
yeah. So, maybe if you guys could just, like form a little wall in front of me or whatnot with the first time I have to become a dragon in combat or something. I'm not sure. I just wanted to make you all aware that I may be the victim of a hate crime. We'll see how this plays out.
Maybe.
I mean that's been
We'll
on
see.
Suo. We're in Providence. They're more against
The
Josephine
hegemony
than
here, yeah.
anyone.
There are other dragons on Althea, right? Besides the moon dragons and
No. Aside from a handful that have either escaped or gotten away onto Althea itself, Althea doesn't really have a population of dragons. They were wiped out.
what's his name? Bob?
Billy?
Bill? Billy.
Billy,
Billy.
Billy's been in hiding for the last 600 years.
yeah, no, I know. I thought there were more.
You detected about 5 dragons on Althea and
Okay,
their
yeah.
We just
locations.
haven't met them, or we don't know what they're about. I don't know if they're good or if they're more like, I don't know.
You do know there's one in Binonsuo, there's one in Providence. There are the 2 in Steingard, which is Billy and Anemone's grandfather. And there is one in the hegemony. Those are all the ones that you detected.
Yep.
But none of you have been back to Inaris since then.
hmm Are we gonna collect them like Dragon Balls?
Just go around finding all the dragons who are in hiding. I mean, you could.
Mm.
Where is Todd going?
He's just gonna go get the traveling situation set up, a ship that will get us to the designated location safely, ensuring that it's done all in secret, of course, as well as telling the dock lady to go ahead and put their ship on limdo status and stop charging them for the temporary time frame.
We're going to put it on your bill then.
Yes.
Got it. She changes their registry. So here's the thing. You cannot fly or sail into the hegemony. You know how to get to Meridian. And it's via submersible. And going through the ice shelf. It's not going to be fun. It might be fun. I guess it depends on your definition of fun. But you know a guy. You send out a word to have him come around?
I do.
Excellent. It's not any kind of communication like you were just doing, it's much simpler than that. Radio waves. He'll be there in a few days.
Does the
And
cassowary
you'd
have some
better
form
pay
of?
well.
Does the cassowary have some form of autopilot?
It does for its defensive formations. So, like, once you get them in their shield defense form, they will just maintain that form and rotate with their drones. And it can go straight, or if you pre-program a course into it, but not just Jesus take the wheel kind of autopiloting.
Vexus, do you think you could program the cassowary to fly back?
Oh, I can certainly try.
And store a secondary route to be triggered to fly back here? I don't feel like leaving the ship here long term.
If we want the ship away, sure. Though, if we can't call it back in time, we'll need to find something else.
I think it's too valuable an asset to leave unattended here.
Okay. But yeah, I will do as Danielle says. Program a route back, and if I'm able to connect from it, send it back
Yeah.
to wherever our current positions are.
Yeah. So this is a roll. I'm gonna need computers
Okay.
or survival.
I will activate my chaotic probability.
36 is a crit success. Absolutely. You you are going to have to program in when it's going to come back.
I need to set a timeline for the ship's return.
Tom, can you give us a range here of how long you think this is going to take?
It is Todd, but it
Todd.
kind of depends. Getting you there will take a few days. Afterwards, finding your friend or whatever it is that you are looking for, that is completely on y'all. I will be there to help, of course, but I'm not a fortune teller.
Maybe if it's going to take a couple of days there and a couple of days back, do we think a week?
Oh, it's going to take more than that.
We are sneaking
3
into
weeks.
the hegemony.
You might want to tell them it's also a submersible.
The travel is going to take some time. And I'm not
Pardon
I'm not
my-
going to tell them how we're traveling. It's supposed to be a secret.
Pardon my ignorance, and this is to the entire team. I know very little of the hegemony. It was not a concern in my previous life.
It was not.
I don't know from where we're landing to how far we'll need to go to how complicated the rescue is going to be. Do we think a month? What is a you have more information here, so I don't need an exact date, but like a reasonable range would be helpful. And we'll go with the conservative estimate.
A month at the earliest, 2 months. If everything goes well, but time is taken, 3 to 4 if things go poorly. We are sneaking you into the Gemini. You are not welcome guests.
No, everyone here are slave races to the human supremacy country. There is not a single person here except Todd, actually, who isn't work labor to them. And actually, you're an android. You're not even human, so
I could pass if I needed to.
sure, but you are otherwise a thinking screwdriver.
Yeah.
I can craft some masquerade scarves for the whole group, if that helps a little bit.
Time now. I Vexus, everyone. I have to say that's a significant amount of time against our ticking clock.
That is a good point.
Y'all keep referencing a ticking clock. I'm unsure of what you mean. Perhaps if you were to give me more information, I could provide a better way to help.
Well, I mean, like you're at war with the dragons, was it, your company? We're also at war with the undead where we're at. You know, so if we're gone for that long, there's a good chance that, our people may not make it.
And if our people don't make it, we're the last line of defense against a wave of undead crashing over the mountain and into the rest of the world.
You have 3 months before the armies make it to your doorstep.
I will speak with the other captains within Providence, see if we could provide some assistance in the meantime. Maybe slow down that advance.
I think that could work. I also would want to contact people there at Carelev right now, let them know that we would be gone for quite a while.
Sure, you gonna give Carelev a call?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Glamour picks up. For those who are unfamiliar with Glamour, Glamour is a very tall, slender Leonin figure with a magenta-colored mane and tail puffed. They're also super rich and kind of crazy right now. Crazy is unfair, Something happened. They're not in the best of way.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the only one here. What's going on?
What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking out of character. Sorry.
No, this is Glamour now answering the phone call.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
My
No,
bad.
you're fine. I was confused. I was like, "What's going on?" No, okay.
Yeah, Glamour picks up the phone.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Hi, Glamour. It's Josephine. So
yeah, I
we just
see you,
need
Josie. You're on screen.
yeah. Oh, am I? Okay. I don't know how scene works. I just want to let you know that we're going to be gone for quite some time. But we're going to
Okay.
be sending reinforcements over to help protect in case there is an attack. So we are taking precautions necessary.
Who are you sending and how?
Just people look over to others who they can explain it better than she can. maybe to Todd, talk to him, talk to Glamour.
Who is this you want me to speak to? I'm sorry.
Their name is Glamour. Would you mind just explaining, what we talked about possible reinforcements, and I'll be gone for quite a while.
I will leave y'all the communications of why y'all will be gone to tell at a further date, but I will be talking to the other captains of Providence, seeing if we can get some more reinforcements sent over to help fight the undead, should it come to it.
Oh, some ship bombardments would help a lot. There's some pretty big armies on their way. What do the captains need? I can offer quite a large sum of money for their trouble.
That should do it, actually. They would be
Okay.
on board for that.
Would maybe a 10,000 gold donation to the Kingdom of Providence's funds secure their assistance?
I would say a 10,000 donation to Providence itself, and then 1,000 per captain.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that would be great. We got a count of the number of undead that are on the way. Uh, we're looking at about 1 million.
1 million undead.
Yeah, it's a lot of zombies and skeletons. Really big hordes.
I can't believe that many.
I mean, when we scanned the undead, we saw like billions around the world.
Well, yeah,
They're real.
Steingard did have a population of about 6 billion when they were destroyed.
Does it look like
Not
they're
6
being
billion,
led or just
2 billion.
wandering?
2. I'm pretty sure they're being directed here. Can I talk about this? Glamour's like hologram, like looks around.
Maybe we can talk about that some other time. I don't think but they are being led, yes, but we can talk about that a different time.
Okay. Nice meeting you, I guess, and I will foot the. And Glamour just sort of like drifts, and their eyes start glowing, and they just start writing while on the call.
Oh.
Josephine's gonna try and figure out how to end the call, but she's like pressing buttons.
Todd will send the transaction destinations that it needs to go to per captain, and then the account for Providence itself, and then cut the communications.
Thangale is going to take a deep breath and look around the table and I think simply say, I'm going to go back with the ship. This is going to require my direct hand and direct participation in it. And out of character, sans, we can talk about what that means. I'm happy to play some random ass character for the escape piece, but I just cannot foresee a world in which Thangale could.
Thangale leaves his war front.
Yeah, leaves his war front to do this for an indeterminate period of time. It does not make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we can have you be one of the people on the submarine or something, or maybe even its captain. That could be fun if you just like play the submarine captain for like the extent of the journey or something.
Yeah.
Thangale is returning home tomorrow. Maybe enjoy the celebrations tonight, or you just want to go back
Yeah, no,
immediately?
he's not going to be rude, but he'll leave it first dawn.
Providence eagerly accepts the proposition, as money is hugely important when you are in a war. You're given some kind of side-eyed looks when they see who's signing the checks. But no one rejoin on camera when I can.
Yeah, the clap cam stopped working again.
I mean, it's only me on camera anyways. Ba-ba-ba.
Are we gonna take a break here soon?
We were about to.
Okay, go, guys. Want to make sure.
I was going up to the break moment. Providence accepts. There's some side-eyed attention. No, I think that was about it. And then I jumped back onto the colloquium. But we're gonna go and take our break here. I
Okay, bye-bye.
got Tinkle. E to the RB.
And we are back.
Yay! Welcome back, everyone. That evening, there is honestly, how big a party do you want, Todd? Like how entertaining are you trying to make tonight?
I mean, the province just received a 10,000 gold donation.
So wild then.
Indeed.
Uh who else been to Mardi Gras? Because
Me.
this isn't quite that. Mardi Gras is a thing that takes a whole year of planning. Uh, this is, on the other hand, a large settlement-sized kegger. Uh, that's a lot of money coming into Providence for basically what amounts to dropping some bombs from their flying ships onto some zombies and skeletons. So shit gets wild that night. The next day, unless there's anything anyone would like to do that night under, uh, you know, under the party, my brain is rapidly fogging. Uh, does anyone have anything they would like to do? Any conversations they'd like to have? Any information they'd like to find?
None for Thingo.
Nothing for me.
Excellent, excellent.
I mean, I still would. I want to get some masquerade scarves for the party, whether that's crafting it or buying it in the market.
Yeah, you can definitely buy some here. No doubt about that. Mhm. You can find greater ones here, actually, if you would like.
I mean, the difference between greater and normal is it's just one spell rank higher and it takes a couple actions to activate.
Okay.
Because they're both permanent disguises. It's just one takes 1 minute, and one takes 2 actions, so 4 seconds. I mean, for a quick disguise, yeah, the greater one's better.
Yeah, the greater one should at least be a third rank illusory disguise.
Being over 11 times the cost.
Yeah, and a level 7 item, so it's... I am honestly about to homebrew rule that. The level 7 Masquerade Scarf gives you third rank illusory disguise, because that is not enough benefits for that price increase.
But Vexus will at least look like a human
Sure,
and not a robot.
that is scalding hot tea. Turn on my Discord camera. Alright, so some masquerade scarves. Anything anyone else wants to buy while in a larger settlement? So when do you tell them that the submarine's not going to be here for 3 days? Is it whenever it's over?
It's after Thangale takes off in the morning. I'll see him off. I'll come back in, see if everybody's awake, and if not, I'll go to my
Yeah.
meeting room.
How's everyone feeling the next day? Obviously, you partake as much or as little as you like for yourselves. There's coffee in Providence. It's not as good as the coffee back home, though, per se.
Yeah, it never is.
No, Seattle gets you the good stuff. So does Glamour.
Yeah, I guess I'll come back
Apologies,
into
so
my.
you got it the next morning. Yes.
Yeah, I'll come back into the manor and wait until everybody wakes up. Of course, he's going to drink coffee as well. He's an android, not a machine.
Automatons like nap for an hour and then they're walking around.
So Vexus is just wandering around. The party goes through the night, Vexus. Like, these people fucking party. There are, like, crew members and stuff who are stumbling back to their ship as the dawn is coming up to either crash out in their cots for a couple of hours or go straight to fucking work. It goes all night. But yes, you can kind of gather in the morning. Maybe this is the wrong place. Like, I gesticulate too much.
Oh, we have a folding boat. We don't have a folding submersible.
You do not have a folding submersible.
I guess we have a weird, archaic escape vehicle.
Well.
I'm rolling up a submarine captain.
So I'll come back into the party or to see to our party. Good
You guys
morning,
have
everybody.
some conversations to do.
Oh, morning, Todd. And once again, I appreciate all the help you provided us.
Oh, it's no problem at all. I was able to get in touch with the captain of our traveling vessel. They'll be here in approximately 3 days.
Is anyone else awake?
Who's up the earliest? Who got a good night's sleep? Who drank the least?
You know Josephine be exercising in the morning, so she's probably in her room doing push-ups.
You're just in the meeting room doing push-ups?
She probably is, yeah. She gotta keep on her A game.
Just in full armor?
Yeah, with like books on her back, yeah.
Anemone's just sleeping there.
I was like, Anemone's I'll sit on your back while you're doing push-ups because I'm like, I'm not fucking exercising, but I am gonna be wherever Josephine is gonna be. Because like I'm
Are
also
you
I
in
just
drag form? Like
what was
just
that?
laying on her like a cat?
Yeah, I'm just sitting on her back while she's doing push-ups. Like I'm just providing the extra weight,
Very
but
good.
also just and that way I can stay as close to her as possible. Again, like these people are androids, and like I don't know what they're capable of. I don't know if they could like scan me and know that I'm a dragon. Like Anemone's just like on edge, so she's just gonna stay close to her really big friend, who can.
I mean,
I will point
you do
out
see
you
a
have admitted.
handful of androids.
You also admitted in our first conversation that you were a dragon, and you are yet to die.
I don't know that I would. So I would not have admitted that out loud to you specifically. because I'm a gnome right
Yeah,
now. So if
Oh.
yeah,
you weren't
like
in the
can you
room when that was when
Okay.
that was talked about. So she showed up as a gnome.
Okay.
can I? Yeah. To you, I am just a gnome. So yeah, I'm just a little bit on edge. So yeah, I'll just hang out with Josephine while she's doing push-ups. I am a sorcerer. I have no need for push-ups. So
I mean, you could be a muscle sorcerer.
I could, but I don't know that I necessarily. I don't know. That doesn't feel. It doesn't feel. Nope.
Okay. Anemone receives another very uncomfortable letter from Lila.
Uncomfortable for me or uncomfortable for her?
For Anemone,
Okay.
Lila continues to use very adult language in her writing.
Okay. I think she takes still takes a long time, but like she's getting quicker every time. It's still a long process. She still has Josephine edit the first couple rough drafts, and then after the first couple rough drafts, she decides it's better to just cut Josephine out of the process just for the sake of her sanity. And so yeah, so she will send another one back. But it's probably went like a week quicker than it did the last time.
She doesn't really. She is a fae and doesn't
Oh,
really
I
notice
know.
the passage of time like you
Yep,
do.
yep, yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anemone is like acutely aware of every passing second. So like the fact that Lila doesn't understand time like that's a foreign concept to her. So
Occasionally, you get multiple letters on the same day that are all post dated from different times.
oh, this is so fucking stressful.
It's a little weird.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But
So now after receiving multiple letters from different times from Lila,
not this
now
time. Not this time. We're not
yeah,
gonna put that on Anemone right now.
I was like, if that's this all happening right now, it's like she's sitting on Josephine, and Josephine is like on push-up number 75, and Anemone is the one who's fucking sweating bullets. She's just sitting there, and she's the one who's fucking sweating. So,
Sorry, you guys should discuss your actual trip. I'll stop interrupting.
oh no, you're fine. So when do we leave? Do we have 3 days we have to kill before we leave? Is that
The captain will be here at the earliest in 3 days.
okay?
You're welcome to enjoy
Well,
Providence as much as you want. As you saw last night, it is a very fun place to be.
so where are the best places to go? Do you know of any?
Insert Sans recommendation here.
Well, it depends on what you want. Like Saint Baffletus is again, it's a naval and air force town on the edge of a war line. So there's a lot here for entertainment of the crews and stuff that come in and out on the ships. Uh, it's more practical shopping than like touristy shopping, though. So you'll find excellent weapons and gear here. But if you want anything like novel, you're gonna want to fly a couple 100 miles south to Stormbreak itself. Uh, a lot of brothels and taverns. I didn't think of touristy stuff for St. Baffle Twist. It's not really that kind of town.
I mean, off the coast, we can take you to a shipwreck.
A shipwreck.
Still a lot of those, yeah.
One of 100, of course. There's cool marine life if you would like to see it. I can plan that trip today.
I'd be okay with that. Does everyone else want to do that?
Are we?
I could definitely. I could do a water excursion day.
Okay.
Another beach.
That is exactly what I thought it was going to be. This is not a beach episode. This is an underwater episode, apparently.
Oh, I was like, are we gonna just encounter like another? Oh, it's gonna be another Hydra.
No, not another Hydra.
Mm.
On the other hand, it is pretty normal to go swimming, as it were, in this place. Are you renting diving equipment, or are you just trying to charter like a submarine ride?
I was thinking more of along the lines of, taking a boat out there and then scuba diving down to the wreckage itself.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect then. So you acquire some rebreathers and some swimming gear. I don't know that there is specifically gear like that, but I son of a bitch. You can all kind of just give yourself your land speed to your swim speed. Uh, do rent some gear, and that will help you breathe, but will also give you a swim speed. Come on, mouse. What? Oh, really? Okay. You take a sailing boat out onto the open, dark waters of the northern shores. It is kind of chilly up here. Obviously, you're getting closer to the northern pole. The water is cold, but the diving gear is sophisticated enough that you can be protected from basic changes in environment. Everyone giving themselves a swim speed.
I would like to preface, Todd knows that they're about to be in a submarine, so he's actually not getting into the water. He's just taking them out to the dive site and is going to enjoy the sun while he has it.
Oh, sure. That's cool. Here we go. So, who's on beach and who's a swimming?
I guess Vexus will paddle in the water.
He just goes out and like horse form and doggy paddles.
Are there roles associated with swimming that a failure on said roles could result in death, potentially?
Not while you are wearing proper equipment.
Okay. Then I'll go out and swim for a
You
bit.
can
As
add.
long as
Oh,
as long as I'm not gonna as long as like there's no role like, oh, here's like DC 30 check that you gotta pass or else you die while you're scuba diving. As long as there's none of that involved, I'll venture into the water.
Was the general idea just to go for a swim and check out the boat?
I believe you were, yes, brought on a little touristy thing. It's a little shipwreck. Two shipwrecks, actually. You guys just hang out, play in the waves for a little bit, explore a bit of the shipwreck.
yeah, nothing particular. Just
Yeah,
enjoying what we can, you know.
oh, it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. Can I get perception checks? I think, yeah. Mm, Actually, you're gonna be able to re-roll that. I think what I'm going to do instead is have everyone jump with me on the encounter tracker. Mhm.
Is a certain captain ready yet?
He's close.
I don't. Yeah, did you put together a 9th level character that quick?
Yes.
I
mean,
fully
my path
believe that.
builder, my path builder has like 10 level 9s, 10 level 10s, 10 level 11s.
He's
I mean,
a
that's fair.
rogue ruffian vehicle mechanic, sailor.
Ooh.
We just went paint by
This
numbers.
sounds awesome.
We just fully painted by numbers.
That's fair. It's a temp character. Oh yes, you're taking the Starfinder ones. Good. Uh, yeah. So if you get ready, you can probably say that you are nearby and can join in, or we'll ride in on a horse. Josephine, waiting on you.
I don't know how to fix the background on the token, and I don't care to.
Wait, wait on me for what?
But for the encounter tracker.
Oh, sorry. I thought I did it. My bad. Wait, there we go.
Ba-ba-bum. This must be very temporary art. For that is from Skulls and Shackles.
It sure is.
Credit to Paizo for the art. We're gonna throw you down here. You happened to be in the area and picked up the location of your friend, or maybe Todd sent you a message saying you were going to be here. I honestly didn't expect you to have a character ready before the session ended. So while I'm impressed, I'm also glad because this is going to be a hell of a fight. Does everyone have a hell of a fight in them?
Yeah, I got to fight me.
Yeah.
I gotta fight.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
Captain Barnacle, roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Todd, Vexus. You are both very, very well aware that there are things moving rapidly through the water towards you. They are almost impossible to see in color because their scales are bluish green like the ocean itself. And the crests on their wings and on their backs closely resemble waves cresting and breaking. There are 4 of them torpedoing through the water towards your group from multiple directions. Todd, you spotted them first. Let me make them visible. Excuse me. Lord, they're coming.
He's going to scream out to Persephone a warning, telling everybody else to get out of the water. He doesn't really have anything to increase his voice too much, but I think she should be able to hear him.
Absolutely. What else you doing? You got 3 actions. Shouting out a warning is only technically 1 action, but I'm not going to make it count as one for this. You shouted everyone to get out of the water. What would you actually like to do with your actions, though?
I mean, operative typically aims.
That is the first thing I will do is aim.
Yes. I believe you can also quick draw one of your weapons and aim at the same time from one of your abilities.
Which
Which
was
is,
yeah, I just can't figure out which one that is again.
I think it's, yeah, it's your hair. No, that's not it.
Instinctive aim, I think.
Yes. Instinctive aim. Alright, and so on your actions thing, aim has a little use toggle. You're going to want to go ahead and do that. You got a lot of things that you could also do. You have barricade stuff you can set up, like all kinds of things.
Okay, I gotta draw my Gyrojet pistol, and then
You can also twin draw as a free action for a weapon in both hands.
I'll also draw my Pulsecaster pistol, which I don't have a lot of ammo for.
Oh. You have a 12th level greater striking range?
Nope. No, he doesn't.
Use aim. It's not working. I don't know how this works.
By effect. Target a token by mouse hovering 1 and press T.
Press T?
T.
Okay. And then I'll strike. Twin strike is, or twin draw is a single action, right?
Twin draw is a free action.
Okay. Aim and strike with the first one. It's not loaded. So I'll reload and then strike.
Yeah.
Ah.
Why is it only taking the wrong ammo?
I mean, ammo doesn't really matter, technically. You could load anything with anything. It's just there are ammo that technically supposed to fit.
Okay. Weird.
But the range combat module actually goes against a lot of Starfinder thing because it expects you to shoot once and reload, but most Starfinder things have more ammunition than
Yeah.
6 shots or 20 shots. None. And
What a glorious 2.
Anytime I do anything combat.
you have 2 hero points.
That is true.
No, then I'll just strike with the other pistol. That map.
That is also going to miss.
And that should be all 3.
Indeed, bringing it to Vex's turn.
Access will be. Oh, I got to save Anemone. Pulls up his
She is
metal
about to die,
shield.
yeah.
And then we'll swim up in front of Anemone and raise my shield.
Greatly appreciated. Always greatly appreciated.
And that is end of its turn.
Very quick turn. Do, do, do. Yay. Doobie-doo-boop. So its wings beneath the water move and beat against the waves, and it reaches out of the waves as it comes charging across the surf, like half flying, half swimming as it goes. Do-do.
Dive in and out like that second Avatar movie.
Indeed. All right, so it takes it 2 full actions to get into range. Do-do. What's your metal thing do?
Just a shield.
Excellent. I'm not sure where I wanted this line, and then I realized that Anemone is right there, so I do know where I want this line now. Sorry, Anemone.
Ooh,
Also,
can't block
Mona
all of that.
Mona would not be here. She'd probably be hanging out in
That
the
is
trees,
fair.
eating all the new species of bugs.
Delicious,
Nom, nom, nom,
delicious
nom, nom.
bug.
So the dragon breaches the waves, rears its head back, and unleashes a line of salty, briny acid. And you both roll very well. Congratulations. Boom, boom, boom. So you both take half damage. And boop. For 13 in total. Captain Barnacle Torp. That is a name.
He will just simply book it. He'll go, Yar, me hearties. You must be the crew I was sent to fare under the waters. We're being attacked by drakes. That's his turn.
Yeah. You want to give us a brief description of Captain Barnacle Torp?
Yeah, he looks like a unsavory kind of slaver-esque captain, but one look at his eyes and you know there's something different about him, while the rest of him, like his dress, is designed to like look like a, you know, mean, salty person. His eyes kind of almost glow with some sort of faint um, light, and you can see that he sees who you are, and he carries an arumi, which is a like a whip-like blade,
Lava roomies.
and that's what he's got going on.
Such a cool weapon. Excellent. Yeah. You have engaged. Oh, I don't mean to. So, Mel,
Yes.
there's a dragon.
Hello. Yes, and Anemone is going to really quickly cast Zephyr Slip.
Oh,
So
you can't, unfortunately. It hasn't been your turn yet. You only get a rush after your
Yeah,
turn.
no reactions yet.
God
I'm
fucking
sorry,
damn it! This
girly.
is supposed to be my get the fuck away. God.
I was gonna let you. Pandora fucked you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I gotta respect the rules, but oh, that hurt. That hurts my soul. Continue. What's gonna happen to me?
So unfortunately, they do have a swim speed of 100 feet, and it was only 75 to get to you.
Okay, well,
Uh,
actually, then it probably wouldn't have mattered because I can only move 15 feet, so it's actually not the worst. All right.
you think you would have Zephyr slipped away, and it would have just kept following.
Mm.
This dragon, not much bigger than you are, uh, in your draconic form, it is still clearly very young. You know this almost instinctively as it approaches you. Kind of comes out half galloping on the sand and in the rocky shoals, and is going to use its draconic frenzy, which for 2 actions allows it to make 2 claw strikes and 1 wing strike in any order it chooses. So its wings are agile with reach, and its claws are agile with not. But we're gonna open with the wing attack. It's
Okay.
gonna miss you. You got an AC of 27. Go you.
I
And then it's
absolutely do.
gonna claw.
Okay.
It does hit you with that one, unfortunately. A 19 doesn't crit. Yay! For 20 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. And then it's kind of crit fishing with this last one, but you know, it could happen. Oh, cool. I guess I'm gonna roll an 18.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, this dragon comes for you. And you know in your heart of hearts that this is one of the primal dragons that you were warned about.
okay.
These were the cloud giants' enemies. Not the cloud giants, the cloud dragons.
Okay. So, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's your
Mm,
turn.
okay. Well, so upon coming to that realization, she is going to immediately turn into a dragon and not, she
Oh,
doesn't even
sure.
care that Todd is behind, doesn't care. And then she is going to cast Draw the Lightning. Um, I just want to
In
make
the
sure I'm doing
water.
this all correctly. So yes, yeah, absolutely. She's still drawing. She doesn't care. Um, yes. So for the rest of the spell's duration, the first strike of each round. Yes. So I am going to cast this, and then I am going to try to bite the one that's right next to me because he's right next to me, and I'm going to try to bite him. And so with Draw the Lightning, it would add an extra 3d12 to that.
Sure, sure.
So okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my
All right.
god.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Cool.
You
Cool.
hit
Cool.
it so
So,
hard it reset my foundry.
okay. Hell
Wow.
fucking yeah, I did. So it's going to take. So the normal damage for that is going to be 17 electricity damage. Um,
Sure.
and then it does need to make a basic reflex save for that additional 21 damage. And then I also have, hold please, Bespell Claw, which means that I get to siphon residual energy into my unarmed attacks, and until the end of your turn, an unarmed attack deals an extra 1d6 of your damage. Oh, that already got added to the bite. Never mind. So that would be a total of 17 plus 21, which is 38 with the bite.
Okay. Do I have a reflex save somewhere to click? And
Yes, there should
I just
be
got back
under, yep, under Draw the Lightning, there's a DC 27 reflex, and I have him targeted.
in. There we go. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. Well, he'll take half of the 21, but he takes the full 17.
Mm,
And
Um,
that is the end of my turn. And
yeah.
I do understand that I'm still right next to him, but like this is personal. She's like, you're fucking giving dragons a bad name, and I'm not gonna stand for it. She's pissed. So this is personal.
The brine dragon unleashes a weird, like, warbling roar as you zap it with lightning. And we'll say that the lightning doesn't affect anyone else around you. Though, Persephone, you might be feeling a little static electricity. Anything else for Anemone?
I know that is the end. That is the end of my turn.
That will bring us up then to Josephine.
Did Dixis disappear for anyone else or just me?
What?
Yeah, I'm not
Dixis
sure
disappeared.
where did I go.
What?
Did someone
Oh,
delete my token? Oh,
I may have on accident because I just Control Z'd you back.
oh, okay.
What was your?
Right after Todd, or player character, since they didn't update the prototype token name.
Player character is a much cooler name anyway.
Um, boop. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yes,
For my turn, I'm just going to do a little mini stride right here. Actually, go a little more. Go right there. And then I'm just going to two action heal Anemone here.
Appreciate you as always.
Of
oh
course,
man,
of
I might
course.
actually be able to kill one of you. Thangale's not here.
Well, we'll try. We'll see what happens. There's your
Oh,
healing
you
girl.
really with 46 healing, you think you're gonna? No, absolutely not. Look at that. Who's back
Hello,
to
sound
full
effect.
health?
Did y'all hear that?
Who's back
Yeah,
to
that
full
was
Yeah,
health?
it's
sweet.
a
The
little
girl
sound
is.
effect.
Okay, well that's my turn.
Do, 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 do,
Is that from
do,
your
do.
font? Because it should be 5th rank if it is.
No, that's not my font. I have
Okay.
other healing spell. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not my font.
Hey, Vexus.
Yes, bite the metal in the water, paddling with his shield.
You're ignored.
They're
Oh,
interested in
oh, oh,
dragons.
excuse me. Excuse me. He moved within 5 feet of me, so now I do actually get to cast Separate Slip and
Sure,
move.
absolutely.
I'm
Oh, excuse me.
in
I also need
character.
everyone to roll this will save.
In character, Anemone doesn't know that. Can you move me 15 feet down? Because it's not my turn, so it's not going to let me move.
Let me turn on free movement.
Oh, appreciate you.
Would everyone please roll that real save for me? Success. Fail.
There we go.
To a critical success. You are unaffected by that dragon's presence.
Is it frighten 1 for a normal success?
Correct. Excellent. Huh. 50. Still got plenty of swim speed in it. Yeah, it's just gonna boop. And then it's gonna give each of you the business end of an attack. Ving for Anemone. Yeah, 14 points of piercing damage? Oh, it stabs with those things. That's gnarly. Just a reminder. So it's actually like stabbing you with that end on its wing.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's. Ugh. Also, Colt, can you take us to the battle map, please?
I can.
Do. Uh, First claw is going for the heavily armored one. It's gonna miss. And final attack is going for. Okay. Super miss. I can only hit Anemone today. Uh, Persephone, you're up.
Well, I was going to move, but I think we're just going to target the big guy in front of me. And they need to make a will save.
The one right in front of you.
Yes.
Come on. I will make the save in just one moment. Thank you. I accidentally hit reload. So what's this do? And what's it look like? Since no one else watching knows what Persephone's magic looks like. Pretend we're starting these characters fresh.
So she has a bracelet on her wrist that's made of the same orichalcum gold. And hanging beneath it are several masks. They look like some of them are masquerade masks, some of them are other just generic masks. And they sort of just dangle about half an inch down beneath the bracelet. And she draws out a mostly purple but flecked with sort of golden shiny bits throughout. This purple kind of smoke, ephemeral energy. And in this case, she draws it out into a likeness of the creature's head. And she sort of like blows the smoke at it and it dissipates. But then it sort of coalesces around the creature's head, almost like a mask around it, in the same sort of purple and gold energy.
Gnarly. It failed, so it's fully affected by a minute. For a minute. All creatures and objects are concealed from it, so it has to do a DC 5 flat check anytime it attacks anyone. And it has clumsy 3. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
It's my new spell. And
Yeah,
then with the
I
last
like
action. Yeah, it's a good one. We will shield with the last action.
I didn't mean to delete your stuff. Shield is never a bad option.
I mean, I know it's almost irrelevant at our level, but hey, I guess every little bit helps.
+1s are never irrelevant.
Yeah, particularly because I don't have my armor gear on.
Mm, boop. Nah. Not there. There. Hi, everybody. Oop, nope. That is not how that template lays down. It's just hitting Josephine and Persephone. If you would please, reflex saves as a fourth and final dragon comes charging up the beach. Seems good. So Josephine, you succeed and take half. Stephanie,
That should be with a +10.
come again?
So I rolled a 3 and then I re-rolled with a hero point, and then I rolled another 3, but it didn't add the +10 for rolling under 10 thing.
Okay, so you should have a 30?
Yes.
Okay, then you take half of the 40 points of acid damage, or
Wow.
20 in total. I rolled very well for that one. 3 6s and 4 5s and 2 1s. Yeah, delicious. The first round of combat has concluded, and it is 10:50. I think we're going to stop after the first round and pick up here next week, because this will be a long fight, and I do
Sounds
not
good to
want
me.
for anemone. Why aren't you using the streamer login for the stream? I made it for the stream.
But I
I
can't.
see your character sheet.
Yep.
And we get the peeper streamer token just spying on us constantly.
Yeah, she's just always gonna be somewhere on the map.
Just constantly combat cockblocked. All I ever want to do in any game is hit something with a weapon. That's all I'm here to do.
You'll get
And
to
yet-
next week. There's gonna be so much hitting next week. There's gonna be a lot of combat coming up here soon. Sneaking into the hegemony is gonna be a whole thing. Ba-bum.
All right. Well, thank you for running, Sans. I appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Night, everybody.
Real
Yeah, have a good night,
with
everyone. Oh,
the map is Bailiwick. Bailiwicky. Nope, that's it. We're all good now.
hey, have a good night,
Night.
everyone.
Good night,
Yes,
folks.
thank you
Yeah.
for joining
Happy New
and
Year.
watching, everyone. Happy New Year's,
Happy New
everyone.
Year.
I will see you all next week.
Yeah.
See y'all next
See ya.
time.
See ya.
Good night.
Good night.